In this video, we're diving into the world of digital banking with a complete beginner's guide to using Revolut, showing you how to sign up, add money, manage your card, make payments, exchange and add foreign money accounts, how to invest in stocks, commodities and crypto, and then finally how to save money and get some cash back. And there'll be a timeline in the summary below for those who want to jump to specific parts of this tutorial. First up though, a little bit about what Revolut is. Revolut is a digital banking app registered in the UK that launched in 2015, and it offers a range of financial services from the convenience of your phone. Whether you're looking to manage different currencies, invest, or just simplify your financial life, Revolut has something to offer. In Europe and the UK, Revolut now offers 5 plans: Standard, Plus, Premium, Metal, and Ultra. And in the US, there's 3 main plans, which are Standard, Premium, and Metal. The free Standard plan, which is what we're going to be looking at today during the tutorial, offers up to £1,000 a month in currency exchanges without any fees from Monday to Friday, after which a 0.5 fair usage fee applies. And ATM withdrawals are free up to a limit too. Paid plans like Premium and Metal provide higher limits for fee-free currency exchanges, and they also include additional perks like overseas medical insurance, priority customer support, and access to airport lounges. And Revolut offers several business accounts too, tailored to different business sizes and needs, from basic to scale and custom plans. And we're going to be covering Revolut Business in a separate video. So let's jump in and take a look. Revolut is app-based, so to sign up for an account, you just need to download and install the app from either the App Store or Google Play. And you're then going to be taken through the sign-up process. Now this will depend on your location, but the steps that are shown on screen are quite self-explanatory. I've been asked to enter my mobile number and confirm it with a 6-digit code, enter my country or region of residence, date of birth, home address, email address, and here is where you can turn off Revolut contacting you with offers and services. And I then need to verify my identity with a selfie, create a passcode, enable Face ID, then take a photo of my personal ID, such as my passport or driving license. And you're then going to be prompted to choose a plan. As I said at the beginning, there's a few different plans that you can choose from. Some paid with additional benefits, and they also have Standard, which is free, and I'm going to be showing you this today. You then have the option to pick a card. So you can order your physical card, which is free, and then you'll just need to pay £4.99 for its delivery. And you can customise the card for an extra cost too. And then you'd create your PIN and ship the card to your address. With Revolut, you could also create a virtual card, which saves you losing it, and this can be added to Apple Pay, for example. Once you've either ordered your card or created a virtual one, you're going to reach the home page, which you can see indicated at the very bottom of the screen on the far left. But let's take a look around the screen now. So in the top left of the screen is your profile. And in here you can do actions such as viewing your personal and account details, accessing your security and privacy settings, and changing the app's appearance, and you can also log out from here. In the top centre of your homepage is the search bar. To the right is a graph where you can track your spending and your income and your budget. Then over on the far right is where you can access your cards. And we're going to come back to this in a moment, as the first thing that we're going to need to do is add some money to our Revolut bank account, which you can do by tapping the Add Money icon under your balance. Automatically, it's chosen for me to top up using Apple Pay, but I can press Change. And it then comes up with Easy Bank Account Transfer, Salary, Regular Bank Transfer and Apple Pay, or you can add money via a debit card. I'm going to show you Easy Bank Transfer first. So we'll just need to enter the amount that we want to add to our account, and I'm just going to keep £10 for this example, and then continue. You'll then need to choose a bank to transfer from the list. In this example, I'm transferring from Monzo. Revolut will then send you to the bank to approve the transfer, which you can approve by choosing Continue in this example, and you'll then be taken back to Revolut. The payment then should arrive instantly, but just be aware that this can take up to 24 hours. Mine's arrived instantly. As you can see, the value is now appearing in my total in the centre of the screen. And I can also view the transaction by pressing onto it below. Here is where I can view the stats, download a statement, exclude this transaction from any analytics, categorize it, and upload a receipt which could relate to this transaction. Next, I'm going to show you how to add money using Apple Pay. So from the Add Money screen, where it states now Monzo, let's change. And then select Apple Pay. And enter an amount. Then choose Pay. And I'll then need to confirm the transaction. The payment will then be processed. And again, this was added instantly, which you can see from the center of the screen again. Plus, you can also view this from the list of my transactions from the bottom of the screen. Now I'm just going to go away now quickly and top up my account a little bit more to reach £100. So that was Add Money. The next icon along is to exchange, which then takes me to a Sell GBP page. As I said at the beginning, exchanging your currency is incredibly easy. From here, you can see the current conversion rate for the currencies that are selected from the list. Underneath, there's two boxes. The first is what you're exchanging from, and then you can choose what you want to exchange to. When I press on USD, which is selected for me by default, you can then see there's a whole host of currencies that you can choose from this list. I'm currently in Dubai, so I'm going to swap my GBP for AED in this example. Then enter the amount that I want to exchange from, and the amount that I will receive in AED will then appear below. When I review my order, this doesn't automatically exchange it for me, but instead it brings you to a confirmation screen. And this will show you the amount, the price which is live and is constantly changing, how much will be exchanged, and you'll then see that there's no fees here. And that's because the standard free plan will get you to £1,000 a month with zero fees from Monday to Friday, and you can get this limit increased by changing your plan. And just be aware, if you do make a currency exchange during the weekend, you'll be charged a markup. That's because the interbank rate is always fluctuating, and it may not be the same on a Monday as it was on the previous Friday. This also applies to card payments, ATM withdrawals and money transfers abroad. All imply a currency exchange. Therefore, the weekend markup rate applies on all these different cases. And if you don't fancy paying these extra charges, try and exchange in advance, i.e. on a weekday, and that way you could save yourself some money. To go ahead with your exchange, choose Sell GBP for AED in my example. From the main screen, you'll then see that I've got £80 appearing. Now that's because the £20 that I just swapped is now in my AED account. To view that, press on the Accounts button from the centre of the screen. You'll then see here any additional accounts that you've got. When we press on AED, it will then take me to my main AED account, which is specific for my AED. Therefore, you won't see any of the same transactions where I added money earlier as I did within my GBP account. Or if you prefer, you can go back to Accounts and choose to view All Main, and this will have everything appear on the main screen. And you can add more currencies from here too by choosing Add New. Then Currency Accounts, where as you can see you can add over 30 different currencies to spend like a local at home or abroad. And it's really easy to do. You just choose the currency, and in this example I'll choose Euros. And I've now instantly got a Euro account, where I can store, send and receive Euros. If we press onto Accounts again, if you do end up having lots of currency accounts, you can pin them as favourites. You can also switch between the accounts from the main screen by scrolling to either the left or the right. If we head back to my GBP account now and choose Details, here is where you're going to find all your bank account details for receiving funds into your GBP bank account. As they state here, money is held in licensed banks, and you need to use these details to receive transfers from British pound accounts. And transfers usually take a few hours to appear. Then underneath here, you've got the account statements and confirmations, which you can download to PDFs. If you want to receive international transfers into your GBP account, you'll need to choose the Swift tab from the top of the screen. You'll then have all the information for cross-border transfers, which include your IBAN, and you can also share it from here too. Now, as I said, this is specific for GBP transfers, so if you want to receive money in any other currency account, you're going to need to navigate to that currency account screen and choose details from there. And this then mimics the GBP account, but this time it's for Euros. And the same would apply for any other type of currency. Just make sure you do check the information under each account, in terms of the number of days that it's going to take to appear in your Revolut account. From the More icon in the centre of the screen again, you're going to find a quick link to your statements, plus a converter. Now this could come in handy for currency and even cryptocurrency and metal conversions, like gold for example. And it's very similar to money conversion apps like XE, but you've just got it all in one place within your Revolut account. And you can also tap New to add more to this list if you wish. From the More icon, you can also change the theme and add new accounts. Let's look at savings now. Where I can earn return on my money, first though I'm going to need to select a currency that I want to earn interest on. And with the standard account, currently that's 2.29% for GBP, 1.49% for USD, and 1.19% for Euros. And there are other higher rates available on some of the paid plans. I'll choose GBP and then continue. With the savings plan, you can withdraw or add at any time, and there's no minimum deposits and your interest is paid daily. As you can see, this is FSCS protected and held at Paragon Bank. To continue, tick the box to state that you give your consent to proceed, and then confirm. You'll then need to have added your tax residency information if you've not already, by entering an NI or UTR number for the UK. Your savings account will then be created, and you can add money to it in the same way as you added money to your regular accounts, by choosing Add Money. You then select which account you'd like to add the money from, and the amount. Then press the blue button to add money, and your money will then start to earn interest. You can also set yourself some saving goals in here too, and track your progress. Plus you can set up recurring transfers, and automatically add money weekly, monthly, etc. There's ways that you can round up your spare change from your card and add that to your savings account. And if you need to use the money that's in your savings account, as I said, you can withdraw this at any time, by choosing Withdraw and choosing where you'd like to withdraw to. This savings account is also available by swiping left or right from the main account screen. Next, let's take a look at how to manage your cards, which you can do from the top right of the screen. In here, you can manage your physical card, disposable card, and also your virtual one. Now, I don't have a physical card option appearing, as I've not yet ordered one. If I choose disposable, I'm just going to explain what that is. So a disposable card can be used for one-off online purchases, which helps to protect you against online fraud, even if your details are exposed. When you want to use the disposable card, you simply choose to show details, which I'm going to do now as I am going to delete this afterwards. Then copy the card number, expiry and CVV, and then make your payments online. Under Settings, you can choose which account you can send from using the card, and in this case Revolut will automatically pick the best currency account to charge. You can also label the card, unblock its CVV, regenerate the details, or remove the card from the list, which is what I'm going to do now. And you can add more cards by choosing Add New, and then Disposable. Under Virtual Card, it works in a very similar way. Again, you can show the details to make a payment, but this time the card is reusable. If you think the card has been compromised at any time, you can also freeze it, and the same option would be available if you have a physical card and you feel like you've lost it. Then if you do happen to find it, you can simply unfreeze the card. If you want to send or make a payment with Revolut, choose Payments from the centre of the menu bar at the bottom of the screen. And there's different ways that you can send payments. The first way is by adding your contacts with Revolut, and you can send money to your friends on Revolut instantly for free just by enabling contact permission. If we press the plus icon in the top right, from here we can then create a new transfer by searching for a name, rev tag, phone or email, or you can also scan a QR code. Or you can add a bank recipient if they're not on Revolut. And in here you would enter in the individual's bank details. Or if it's a business that you're sending money to, you can choose the tab at the top, and you then need to enter in slightly different information, which will include the company name rather than an individual's name. And you just enter the sort code into here, account number, and first and last name, with an option of adding an email address if you want to notify them. Once that's complete, choose Add Recipient. Revolut will then check with the recipient's bank to ensure that the name that you've entered matches the name on the account, and this can help to reduce some errors. Then enter the amount that you'd like to send and from which account. And you can also enter a reference in here if you like. As you can see, this transfer will usually be sent in seconds. And when you continue, you'll then need to review the transfer and make sure that you do know and trust the person that you're paying. Then choose Send when you're happy. And you may be asked to confirm this with an SMS prompt. The transfer will then be processed, and you'll receive an email as soon as that's complete. You can then view the status of the transfer broken down into stages here. And if you ever need to provide proof of a transfer, you can download the document from the screen beside confirmation. And the sent transaction will also appear under your Payments tab here too. Now if you want to send to this person again, instead of having to enter everything in under Bank Recipient again, if you press on the icon again in the top right and scroll down, you'll see under Bank Accounts the account that I just sent to is listed, so I can tap that, choose Send, and then just simply enter the amount that I'd like to send to them again. If you only have someone's card details, you can also send money to a card recipient. If it's your own card, you simply enter in the card details and save it. Then enter the amount that you'd like to send, including any notes for yourself which may help to reference this. Then continue. Review the transfer, and you'll see here that the card payments do incur a charge. If you're happy though, you can send. Then there's groups. So you can add Revolut friends to a group as members by their Rev tag or contact number, email address, and then you can create groups. You can also send internationally by choosing destination. And again, you're going to need to enter the amount that you want to send in the correct currency, and just make sure that you do check any fees that incur here. And then finally, you can send payment links. And you simply share a link provided for them to pay you, rather than having to share all your bank details. You can also request specific amounts in here too. Getting back to the home page now. If we scroll down, under our recent transactions, we've got some widgets which we can add to help to customize the screens that you want to see. Then we have our total wealth underneath, which breaks down our money. So here we can see that we've got £80 in cash, £20 in savings, and then it's broken down by invest and crypto. Let's head to invest now from the bottom menu bar. Here is where you can start to trade stocks and commodities, and you can also track items in a watch list, which you can start to build up. Let's start by looking at how to trade stocks. As it states here, I can start investing with as little as $1, and I'll be able to do this commission-free within my monthly allowance, and that will depend on which plan you have. And there's over 2,000 stocks available to choose from. I'm going to tap Got It, where it then wants me to read some information carefully, and then once that's done, tap Continue. To start trading stocks, they then need some personal information and confirmation that you're not a US person or a non-professional subscriber. Confirmation of your employment status, occupation, income, net worth, and investment goals and knowledge. And there's some acknowledgements that you need to go through too. When that's all complete, they'll then review your application to trade within Revolut, and that usually takes around 48 hours. So I'm going to fast forward a bit of time now, and mine was accepted in under 24 hours. So now that we've accepted, we can start to trade. If you're not too sure exactly what you want to trade and you want a bit of inspiration, you can tap the Discover tab. And it will show you some of today's top movers, collections, most traded this week, and some of the most popular stocks. Alternatively, if you already know what stock you want to trade, you can choose Trade from the center of the screen, where you can then search. As one of the most traded stocks this week, I'm going to choose Apple, but this isn't financial advice and you've got to do your own due diligence before you start investing. It then provides me with some information in relation to this stock, such as an overview with its current price and how it's performed over specific time periods. You'll also see that the market is currently closed. When trading stocks, you can only open and close positions when the US market is open. This is different to cryptocurrency markets, where the market is always open 24/7. You can then drill down into a lot of information about the stock, viewing its stats, events, financials, with balance sheets and cash flow, and any news that might have affected the market. If you want to invest in a stock, choose Buy from the bottom of the screen. It'll then ask you how much you'd like to invest in this stock. Now the great thing here is that you don't have to buy a whole stock, i.e. $184.74 worth. You can buy fractional shares. So here I'm going to invest $20 of my money. However, as it does state here, this does exceed my balance because I don't have 20 USD in my account. But you can easily fund your account from here, and this will take from your main account unless you change this from the drop-down. Then choose Add Money, and once that's complete, the money will then be added to your stock account. So you can choose to buy AAPL. And you'll then see a summary. As it states, because the market isn't open yet, it will be executed at the best available price when the market reopens again. And it then states the amount, any fees, and the commission-free trades that you've got left, as well as day trades left. You can then go ahead and submit when you're happy. If we head back to our portfolio now, you'll see that my balance is now showing, and this is showing in GBP. If I scroll down to orders, it then shows our $20 Apple stock order, which will complete when the market is open. If we want to add more money to invest with, tap Add Money. And you'll then have the same option to add funds from your other accounts the same way as we did earlier. If you want to withdraw any funds, you can send these back to your accounts. Then under More, there's some documents, settings, and you can change your theme. So that was your stocks, but if you'd rather trade commodities like gold and silver, you could scroll down to Other Ways to Trade and choose Commodities, where you'll then see some information. And one thing here to note is that it isn't FCA regulated. And there's some other information that they'd like you to read carefully and accept before you continue. You'll then be able to trade commodities, so let's choose that now. And tap Trade. And the available commodities will then be displayed. And you'll see here that these are in pounds, so you don't need dollars to trade. I'm going to choose gold, but again this isn't financial advice, as I'm just picking at random for the purposes of this tutorial. We can then drill down into further information about this commodity, with the ability to track the price over time. If we tap the blue Buy button, you can then add in an amount in GBP, which will be taken from your GBP wallet. And you'll see here that we are charged a fee for placing this trade. To go ahead, choose the big blue Buy button, where you'll then see the summary of your order and you can confirm when you're happy. And that's placed immediately for me, as unlike stocks, you don't have to wait for the markets to open. If you later wanted to sell your gold back to GBP and potentially withdraw some profits, you simply choose to sell. And you're then reversing the process, stating how much you'd like to sell back to your GBP wallet and confirming. Next, let's take a look at crypto. To get started and to comply with UK regulations, Revolut will need some information. And they're going to ask you some questions about what type of investor you are and the percentage of your net assets that you're allocated to risky investments. Plus, you're also going to need to take a quick quiz, which basically checks your knowledge of crypto, Revolut's involvement, the risks and trading. And once you've done all that, you'll then need to agree to a couple of agreements. Now this screen is very similar to Invest, with the Portfolio and Discover tabs. If we tap on Discover, again if you need some inspiration of which crypto to buy, you can then take a look at newly added, top movers and most traded. Or if you already know which crypto you'd like to buy, you can choose Trade from the top of the screen. And as you can see, there are 163 different cryptocurrencies that you can buy, which are currently sorted by market cap. Let's choose Bitcoin as it's the top here. And there are ways to find out more about Bitcoin, including its price, which you can track over time, some stats and information. If you choose to buy, you'll then need to have some US dollars available to buy with again. And I'd like to buy $20 of Bitcoin. When I enter this, the conversion will then appear above in the BTC field. One other thing I'm going to quickly show you is that you'll see here in the top right that it says Market Order. When I tap on that, there are other order types available. I'm going to go into this further in a separate video, but essentially this means that there are other order types that allow you to state that you want to buy Bitcoin when the price of Bitcoin reaches a particular value. But we're going to go ahead and just choose a market order, as that does buy immediately. Then Review Order, which then provides your summary, and you can view the price and any fees that incur here. Now the fees here are quite high, and you will definitely find buying crypto cheaper on an exchange like Binance or Coinbase Advanced, which I do have separate tutorials for. But this is a convenient way of buying crypto right here within your Revolut app. And we're going to choose to confirm order. And because the crypto markets are always open, this will complete immediately with a market order. If later you do want to sell your Bitcoin and effectively cash out, you simply choose Sell. And you're reversing the process again of buying by entering in how much you'd like to sell and reviewing your order. And you'll find that you'll be paying fees here, so I'm not going to go ahead, as I'd like to hold my crypto. If you want to send crypto to your Revolut wallet, tap Receive, and you'll then be provided with your Revolut wallet address, and also a QR code for when you're using a mobile device. If you prefer to send your crypto to the likes of a hardware wallet, which is one of the safest ways to store your crypto, or if you want to send your crypto to an exchange, choose Send. And you just need to add the wallet address first, which will be your receive or your deposit address from the wallet or the platform you're sending to. In my example, I'm sending mine to Coinbase. Then paste that into the wallet address section, or you could scan the QR code. Plus you can label it so that you know what this address relates to, and then continue. Once that's been successfully added, you can then choose to withdraw to that address by entering the amount that you'd like to send or choosing to send all BTC. And then you're going to need to review the transfer. And the summary and the fees will then be displayed. The fees charged will consist of a network fee and a Revolut service fee. And these will change when the network is more congested and the usage is high. And you may find that you need to wait until the network fees are lower, which is what I'm going to do now. And our total wealth now includes our crypto. Next, let's take a look at the Lifestyle tab from the bottom of the screen. And here is where you can get personalised offers from Revolut partners. And they categorise this by online shopping, travel, and charities, etc. Where you can get offers like cashback on your purchases, discounts from popular stores and restaurants.